First of all, we have to go on the Splunk.com. So you have to go on the free Splunk. Click on free Splunk. You have to create your account, right? It is asking business email, right? But it works with personal email ID also. Means you can enter your Gmail ID, create username, all enter all detail, right? Click on create account after agree the condition. Once you do the create an account, you get an email for verification, verification email on your email ID. Open that email, click on verify. Once you verify, then after that you come splunk.com, click on login. Okay. With once you log in, once you enter here, enter your username and password, right? Apart from email ID, when we create an account, it asks to create a username also, right? So either you enter email ID or username and then you enter the password, click on login. Power is too much fluctuating today. Okay. Once you click on login, you can see Splunk Cloud Trial is also available 5G per day for 15 days, 14 days, right? So cloud also you can explore what is the option they are having similar as, but only thing is you don't have to install. You get once you click on cloud trial, you get an email containing the URL as well as username and password. So you get the Splunk web access directly. But here we have to go to on premises. Then you have to click on product. Then click on free trial and download. Whether you have free trial or you are having paid account, but you want to download Splunk Enterprise, you have to follow the same path. Free trials also available and other download which are paid, those are also available here, right? Click on free trial and download. Splunk free trial 14 days. Splunk Enterprise, right? Get my free trial. So you have to click on get my free trial only. You have to click here only, right? Even though you paid license, because whenever we download a Splunk Enterprise, it comes with free trial license of 500 GB, right? So even we have a license also, still we download the same Splunk Enterprise only. After installation, then we can upload the license, because Splunk, it do not ask to upload the license while installation. Okay, you can complete your installation, configure and everything, then you upload the license, right? Because license is already free for 60 days and 500 MB data. So before we start integration, within 60 days, we have to upload the license, right? So even we have paid license, we have to follow this only. Same universal forwarder also. Let's see two set of file only. You can see for Splunk Enterprise, only two set of file. One is Splunk Enterprise and another is universal forwarder, right? So right now you have to go with the Splunk Enterprise. So click on Splunk Enterprise. Okay, so you can see latest version of Splunk Enterprise is 9.1.1 is the latest version of Splunk Enterprise, right? You can see what is written here. Splunk index 500 MB per day. Sign up and download Splunk now. After 60 days, you can convert to a perpetual free license, right? It will automatically convert to free license, which is perpetual license for lifetime, or purchase a Splunk Enterprise license to continue using the expanded functionality designed for Splunk Enterprise scale deployment. Expanded means all enterprise functionality will be there. If you expire, then it will have only few functionality, all functionality will not work. Choose your installation package, right? So you can see Windows, Linux, and Mac. There are three platforms where we can install Windows, Windows 10, Windows 2019, 22. It is in 22 and all, but it works on all. Windows 11 also, Windows Server 2012, 2016, 2019, 2023. All Windows you can install. Okay, but it is written only few. Even in the here we are installing in 2012 also. It works fine always, but it is written. So we have this MSI format you can download from here. In the Linux, you have a different package, right? Debian, you have RPM, TGZ. Most of the time I use TGZ, but you can use any of this installable. Mac, again, TGZ, you have DMG, you have, so any of the installable you can use for Mac. Mac is only for lab environment, right? Testing environment, not for production. Production, Linux and Windows. Right now, we have to go with the Windows, but you can see it is written 9.1.1. But sometime I have to go with the N-1 in production, always N-1, not the latest version, right? So where we can see the latest version, you can go in the previous release. Before we go ahead, you can see here system requirement, right? What is system requirement for this version? how much RAM, how much CPU, all the system requirement support matrix document you can download from here. Release document, release note explain you if you are on the previous version, for example 9.0, 9.0.1 or 9.0, 8.9, 8.6, right? So how we can upgrade, to this version? What are different parameters? Sometimes we have to upgrade operating system also in order to upgrade the Splunk version. So what is the prerequisite? And sometime if we are the older version, we cannot upgrade directly to the latest version. There are multiple middle upgrades are required. For example, 8.2 you have. The 8.2 to directly 9.1 you cannot install. For example, you have to go with the 8.8, then 9.0, then 9.1, right? So sometimes multiple steps you have to follow. We are on too old deployment. If you have too old version, you have then intermediate. So everything you can get to know in the release note. So whenever we are upgrading, we have to follow the release note to ensure we are fulfilling all the prerequisite for upgradation. Got it? Previous release and all other download. Apart from Splunk Enterprise, which all downloads are available, you can see it here. But I want to see the previous release, previous version. Click on previous release. You can see it is in our Windows 9.0.2, 9. You can see 9.1.1 we have already seen previously. Now previous to that, they have 9.1.0, 9.1.0.1. This is a patch version, right? Not a major version. Major version is 9.1. This is 9 is a major version. This is minor version. This is called as patch version. Okay. Patch means some updates, right? Some updates. Major version 9.1, 9.0 is a major version, and 9.1.1 is a patch version, 9.0 is patch version. So you can see it here. Before that, we have 9.0, 9.0.5, 9.0.5, and 0.5.1. So these are patch version, right? Which version you want to install? For example, 1.0.4, right? So click on here. You can see almost file size is same, 253, 253, right? Not much increase or reduce. Here it has been reduced, but here almost 452, 452 something. For example, you want 9.055, right? Click it here and download. You'll get download, right? You'll see it has started downloading. Till the download is started downloading, let me show you. If you have already licensed, where we can see the license detail. For example, I have logged in with my official account, with my authorized account, so I can see my licensing detail. Go on the support, go on the support portal. Support portal, right? After then you go on the getting started. Then click on licenses. Then we can see it here. This is the license number, right? This is the GUID. Product Splunk Enterprise System license. Always they write 6.5 only. I don't know what is the meaning of 6.5, because when we have 6.5 version, they used to write 6.5, but now it is 9 point, but it's still in license they are writing 6.5. License we have 10 GB, right? And expiration date is, because last month only I have renewed on 25th of August, I think 25th of August only we have renewed the license. It is valid for 1 year now further. So 1 year license we have. If I want to copy license, click it here. You can see this is the license key. I have to copy this from here to here and copy and paste on the Splunk license. I have to go on the license option, then you have to paste this XML format license. You can see more detail. First time created 25/8/23, 12:30 p.m. right? Expiration date is 24, and we have size. We have the minimum level of license 10 GB per day, which cost around 23 lakhs per year, yearly license. Okay, so this license we have it here. I have the option to go the entitlement, some other detail entitlement, similar information I can go in entitlement. So you can see it's a standard license SPL. This is license number, standard license, and it is under the 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐢𝐬 Technology LLP, because our registered company name is 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐢𝐬 Technology LLP. SIEM XPERT is just a brand, right? You can see the email detail also. It has been assigned to my name, Sulabh Misra, and company name SIEM XPERT 𝐓𝐶 Technology, which is our registered name, right? So that is the license detail we can see here. If you have multiple license, you can see multiple entitlement. If you have some other product you have bought a SOAR, you have bought some other Splunk product, all the licenses, you can see it here. You want to raise any cases, right? Splunk cases, you can create the cases here. Support case, right? You can create the cases. Which product? So we have Splunk Enterprise. You can select Splunk Enterprise or Splunk Enterprise Security, right? So Splunk Enterprise related. So you can create the cases here. And then which further you have to, I need the help with general issues, getting data and non-technical issues. You have to select Splunk Enterprise admin services related problem. Then further you have to option. See, you have to select the entitlement. So not every people can create the cases. The person who has the entitlement means Splunk license, they only can create this. So you have to select the entitlement, deployment type, on-premises, and version. You have to select which version so that they will have the information. Splunk using Windows or Linux, right? You have to select it here, which OS version you are having, and all this information. Then you reference a step reprocedure, what step you have followed, something like that. Priority P1, P2, P3, right? P1 if you raise, right, some functionality which were working, not working right now, but it has widespread impact, right? You can see a production installation of a Splunk purchase, Splunk software is completely inaccessible, or the majority of the functionality is unusable. Then P1. One or more feature or purchase license is not working, then unusable. P2, P3, general queries, P4, right? So you can raise the queries, whatever we have, you can trade it here only with the paid license. Okay, clear? So now let's come back here and see the folder where we have downloaded. So this is Splunk we have downloaded, right? In the Windows installer. Let's double click it and open it. Still processing. When this is came here. Okay, let's double click it here and start the installation. Okay, so now you can see checkbox for license agreement. Click it here. Now you have option. You can see either click on next or click on customize option. If I click next, do not click on customize option, then this option it will take default. Means by default, Splunk will be installed under C drive, under program file, under Splunk. And Splunk will run with the local account, not the domain account. Third is it will create a shortcut on the start menu, right? These three options it will take default if I click on next. If you want to customize this setting, I have to create a customize option. So under this folder it will create. If you want to change, you can change it, or you can write it here. Pass directly, you can paste here. I don't want to change right now. I click on next. Then you have the option which username you want to use, local account or domain account, right? I hope you guys are aware about the local and domain. Local account means the account which we create in our system. In our system, I have created your account, right? That account authentication file will be stored locally on this system, right? And only people can access the system directly using local account. Domain account in the company, you have one account which is created on the domain controller, right? AD, using which you can access multiple computer using same account, right? That is integrated under the domain controller. That account we call a domain account. In the company, when you join, you have domain account because your account is not being created on all the system, all the applications. You will have one account using which you can log in, whatever access has been given to you, you can access to any system, right? Using same credential. You need not to have different credential for different machine, and you do not to have to create local on the machine. That is called as local account. In the company, you will have domain account. So it is asking whether you want to install as a local account or domain account. So we should install as a domain account if we want to collect the logs, especially Windows logs, where you want to collect. I will talk about Windows integration, then I will talk about what is why account is required. So whenever we integrate Windows devices using report mechanism, for example, this is the heavy forwarder that we are going to install. If heavy forwarder is going to collect the logs from Windows machine, right? Then heavy forwarder will have to go log in on the Windows machine and pull the log from the event viewer, right? But every time heavy forwarder has to log in and pull the logs. Now heavy forwarder should be authorized, means should be having an account so that it can go on all the data sources Windows machine and pull the logs. That is the reason in that case you have to go with the domain account and enter the domain credential. What username and password you enter here, that username and password should have access to all the Windows machine so that it can go log in and pull the log from the event viewer of all the Windows machine. If you have local machine, then local credentials, then that particular account will not have access to all remote machines, then it will not be able to collect the logs. I will give more light on this during the integration of devices. Okay, so we don't have domain controller here right now, and also you don't have, so select local. In case of heavy forwarder, you want to collect the logs using W mechanism, means pull mechanism in the Windows. In that case, domain account is must, right? For now, we'll collect with the local. Click on next. Username and password. So I'm writing Splunk admin and password is Splunk123. Splunk 123. Okay. So I have entered the same account. What username you enter, password you enter. Splunk web means this is Splunk enterprise. You can access using web, right? So this is actually the user and password which will use Splunk web. In case you have selected default option, means just have click on next without click on customize option. Then in that case, you don't have option to create username and password. You take default username. In that case, password will be changed me. So if you install a Splunk and you have not clicked on customize option, by default the password will be change me, right? Username will be admin and password will be change me. Okay, so click on next now. Click on install. Yes. Just a few moments. Meeting time. Okay, now it has been finished. Click on finish. Now, once you click on finish, it will launch on the browser, right? If it does not launch, if you install on your system only, then IP address will be your loopback IP address 127.0.0.1, or you can type like localhost, right? And it will open the browser. But if you install on a server which have the static IP address, right, network IP address, in that case you can enter the IP address. Right now we have installed only on this one. That is the reason it open like local IP address. Okay, then username will be admin, and password will be what I have created, Splunk 123. This is resource because disk space is less in my system. I got this error. So you can see it here. This is the home page. This is the home page default. You can see product tour. If you click in here, it will take an automatic kind of product tour, which option where you have add data, integration of devices means add data, add or forward data to the Splunk enterprise. Afterward, you may extract field. This option you have add data option. Splunk apps that I'll be discussing about maybe tomorrow. I'll be discussing about Splunk apps. So what are different apps we have? So that is apps and add-ons you can install. Second is Splunk documentation. It will route your windows to Splunk documentation docs.splunk.com. So you have this. So application by default, these are a small application, but this is main application, search and reporting app, which is default app for every Splunk interface that you install. Click on that. So you can see whatever app, you can see now you have app. So whatever, for example, Splunk Enterprise Security, once we install Splunk Enterprise Security for SIEM perspective, that also app will be added here. So right now, searching and reporting app, we are in searching and reporting apps. So with the default app, right? So you can see these search, analytics, data sets, reports, alert, dashboard. These are app specific menus. Means if you select some other app, for example, Splunk Gateway, right now we don't have anything Splunk Gateway. So you can see this menu has been changed, but these menu remain unchanged because this is Splunk Enterprise menu, not app specific menu. Okay, and these are app specific menu. If you select different app, then you'll have menu will get changed. So what are different options we have on particular apps? We can see on the app menus. While this, whichever apps you select in production, you might have multiple applications here. Once I explain you tomorrow about the app, then you'll have better understanding. So in that case, what will happen? So this is app menu. Whatever app you install, you just have this app menu, and these are Splunk menu, means Splunk Enterprise menu. So whichever app you are in currently, this menu will remain unchanged.